So I'm sure we can all agree that ProjectZomboid has a decent amount of towns across the map, but by this point if you've been playing for a while you may want to add something new and fresh. Whether it's because you've explored every place or you don't like a certain town on the map and want to replace it with something a lot better. Well, if so, you came to the right place. In today's YouTube video I'll be going over the top 10 best map mods in ProjectZomboid, so without further ado let's get straight into this video. So the first mod we will be taking a look at is Pitstop. So Pitstop is a pretty cool town located on the road between Maldra and Rosewood. Now when going to Pitstop for the first time, you may come to realization that there are a lot of zombies even with the population on normal. Now the reason there are so many zombies is because there is a lot of good hidden loot that you can find in the town. Overall, it's a really good mod because it balances out the loot spawns and the difficulty of the town, and I definitely recommend you go check out the mod. So the second location mod we will be taking a look at is called Southtown. So Southtown adds a small city located south of Maldra on the map. Now one cool thing about Southtown is that there are a couple decently sized buildings, giving it a very small city type feel. Now Southtown has a pretty high zombie population even on normal mode, so make sure you come prepared when coming to the city. Now the reason Southtown is a lot different from Pitstop is because Southtown is a lot bigger and a lot of the zombie population is a lot more spread out than Pitstop. So like Louisville, when coming here you are easily able to lose the hordes by running away, and overall it is a pretty good mod. Speaking of Louisville, if you ever felt that Louisville was a little too easy, this next mod is for you. So the next mod we will be taking a look at is a mod called Raven Creek. Now this mod adds a massive city in the southwest corner of the map. Now Raven Creek is very different from Louisville, having really tall buildings that will either be a safe place for you or a death trap. Now oftentimes when exploring the city you might find yourself going on foot places due to the massive car wrecks that litter the streets of Raven Creek. And to top it off, if you do manage to find a way to get around with a vehicle, you have to worry about the big zombie hordes. Now Raven Creek has some of the best loot that can be acquired across the map. But if you want to be able to keep any of that good loot you get from Raven Creek, you're going to need a sledgehammer to break out of the city. This makes it so there's a really big challenge in escaping Raven Creek and keeping all the good loot you get, and overall it is a really good mod. So if you're looking for a town that has similar sized buildings to Raven Creek, get this. So the next town we'll be taking a look at is a town called Chestown. So Chestown is a town located by the Riverside Golf Course that have really tall buildings bigger than Raven Creek, giving it a small Raven Creek type feel. Except unlike Raven Creek, you can enter and exit Chestown anytime you want and don't need a sledgehammer to get in or out. Overall, Chestown is a really good town if you don't have the storage or your computer can't handle the size of Raven Creek and you want something a little similar. Anyways, enough with the big cities. The next town we'll be taking a look at is a small farm town called Grapeseed. So Grapeseed is a town located right next to Rosewood, and a lot like Pitstop has a lot of zombies but a lot of good loot in it. Although one thing different from Pitstop is that it is a lot smaller, meaning you're going to have to fight a lot more zombies when in Grapeseed. But overall, I'd recommend definitely getting this mod. So the next mod we'll be taking a look at is Blackwood, and Blackwood basically adds a big trash quarantine town to the map next to Rosewood. Now this is a really cool mod because upon going into the town, a lot of the doors and windows will be blocked off, making it harder to run from big hordes of zombies. Because unlike other towns, Blackwood makes it so you have to strategically move around when escaping big hordes of zombies. And at the end of the day, Blackwood brings more of a challenge, and if you go there, make sure to bring plenty of supplies because you might get trapped there overnight. So the next town we'll be taking a look at is a small town on the river by West Point called Rapidash. Now Rapidash is a small town on the river, making it a perfect place to build your base at. Like March Ridge, Rapidash has a lot more houses than actual stores inside of the town. But at the end of the day, it is a lot smaller than March Ridge and doesn't have nearly as many zombies as March Ridge. Overall, it is a really nice small town and is a perfect place to build your base at. So far I've only really been talking about towns and big cities on this list, but what if I went over an entirely new part of the map? Introducing Eerie Country. Eerie Country has a massive new part of the map with a ton of new towns, factories, and swamps that you can explore. Now upon traveling to Eerie Country, you'll find a lot of dark and eerie spots around the map, which is clearly hinted in the title. But at the same time, you will find a lot of very nice spots around Eerie Country. And you will also find yourself driving along dirt roads or the railroad tracks to get around the map. If you want a mod that really makes you feel like you're in the middle of nowhere, definitely get this mod because it has a very different feel to it, and I'd highly recommend getting this mod. But whatever you do, don't swim in the swamps. So the next mod we'll be taking a look at is a mod called Bedford Falls, which is actually linked to Erie Country but not actually in Erie Country. So Bedford Falls has a pretty big area in the southeast corner of the map. So Bedford Falls is a pretty big portion of the map, having a mix of urban and rural parts to the mod. And Bedford Falls is perfect if you're looking for a less harsh version of Eerie Country, and I'd recommend getting the mod. And finally, our final mod on the list. So if you're looking for another small city mod like Southtown or Chestown, get this. In our number 10 spot, we have Old Town, and Old Town is basically a mod that adds a town with a couple tall buildings in it, similar to Southtown in the southeast corner of the map. Now the only thing about Old Town is that if you want to get it, you're going to have to get rid of Bedford Falls. But if you're looking for something smaller in the same area as Bedford Falls, I definitely recommend you get Old Town. Anyways, that is going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, turn on notifications, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.